Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. We're at Earthland Community Workshop this morning. We're here to getting ready to convert a old mule type planter into a conventional planter that plants seeds, any kind of seeds. We also gonna modify this planter this morning. Okay, the first thing we can do this morning, we can grease this equipment up. Cause it's been sitting up the whole winter, and I'm gonna paint it this year. Last year I done it without paint. We're gonna convert this to a no-till this year. We're gonna do no-till on our farm this year and keep it all organic. But we just gonna grease everything up. And we'll get busy here in a few minutes. And the first thing you need to do, you need to have your proper tools. If you don't have your tools ready, you're not ready. To do this morning, got it all greased up. This is a planter. I converted this thing about 4 or 5 years ago. You need to go like this right here. I'm gonna slide up in there. We'll connect it up in here. Let me get the machine started up here. We'll get it connected. What happened? This right here. Get that. To do, kind of like got to adjust it a little bit. What we do is it's what they call the drawbar. We turn it and lift the back of it up, and we just pull this pin here out. Once we get this pin out, we can kind of like position it in there a little bit. Sometimes like old me, it's kind of stubborn, but eventually here we go. Now what we do, we'll put this pin back in this position. Remember, power tool and equipment is very dangerous. Careful where you put your foot, your hand, and especially clothes around moving parts. Very careful. Always cut the equipment off unnecessarily. Just don't let it sit there and run out. Unless you need it for a reason to run, cut it off. Oh, there you go, machine. Got a mind of their own. You just have to sometimes be patient with them, and then you have to use different techniques for some of them. What we'll do, we'll put this bar in here because it keeps dropping down. almost there. And when you can't afford a lot of these modern day toys, we farmers call it, whether you're men or women, kind of have to do some entrepreneuring of things. Like this morning, usually I come right out and hook it right up. Every year I don't ever have a problem, but this morning it want to be a little difficult. Might be just because I'm going to remodify it. Something that it never done before, but sometimes I wonder how do this equipment know that we're doing something a little different. I think we might be in the right position now. Well, we back. Now I'm fit to take these out. I went in the scrapyard and got these pieces from the junkyard. Good friend of mine. And now what I'm fit to do, we already hooked the adjustable change, which is right here, to the planters. We already got it up, greased up. Now I'm fit to make a disc in this position right here. We can take this device, we're gonna mount it here where it's gonna be a disc in this area right here. And this is gonna be the disc right here. We'll put in there. The sun kind of bright today, so I can't show you a lot of things in detail because we're outside. We should be inside, but the weather's nice, so we're outside. But anyway, we'll proceed, and we'll get everything in place in a few minutes. We got to do some grounding and everything else. This is the piece we're gonna ground off right here, and we're gonna put this amount like that. But first, what we have to do, all these little rivets right here have to be ground off. And then we'll drill a hole in this and mount this back on this, because this is going to pivot back and forth. Safety is always the key factor. We got a grounder. Safety glasses is a must anytime you put on a grounder. So what we'll wind up doing, we'll fit this, and we will bring this, I brought it back inside, we'll bring this back to this no-till planter, and we will mount it in this position here, because it will be a disc. And what a no-till do is make the ground soft where the planter can deliver the seeds through this little chute right here, and the ground will be soft. No-till means that you don't go out there and disc the ground up and what we call in the farm terminology, have it naked. You always gonna keep at least 70% of the vegetation in growing. And like I say again, at Earthland Community, what we does in our farming industry, we have tools to do any type of work, any type of fabrication. This is a sawmill where we saw lumber at. We don't waste anything. We also have equipment. So if we have someone out here at this facility and we're trying to train them, we will train them in the safest way, because we have all kind of equipment and we try to keep it safe. The environment, try to be clean. You try not to keep stuff all over the floor where you can trip and fall. And believe me, with this facility, we can design and build almost anything that need to be built. We have a complete shop that can do almost anything. The thing that's lacking at Earthland is timing. We just don't have enough time to complete some of the things we try to do. But we always catch up somewhere along the line. Now, I already drilled the holes out right here, in this part right here. Actually, I ground it down and I took a punch and knock them out. Make sure when you disassemble this hub here, you keep all the parts, you know exactly where they came from. Now what we would do next, we would replace this back here, because it's a little dust cover here. It goes there, and it's another little dust cover there. That goes there and seal it somewhere like that. Like that. But what we will also do, before we do all that, it's a hole right here. We have to take this disc and put it on here and make sure it goes in. We'll drill holes in this to fit these holes in here. So once we drill the holes in here, we'll go to the drill press in a minute. Then we'll have all this assembly. Once we get this assembly, back assembly, what we'll wind up doing then, like I say, be careful. You'll wind up putting this back there like that. And this part is going back like that. And it'll be screwed down. And what we will have then, we will have a disc that will open the hole up for the seeds to drop in, where they'll be a little bit soft. But you have to have a sharp and most of all patience to carry out a task like this, because this is, and anybody can do it as long as you got a sharp with few tools and good country music playing, and just being patient. Put an arrow that kind of like keep me straight, and then on the back side, what I done, I just kind of engineered it up where it'll be straight, and I kind of got an idea where the center was. There's some little rings right in this area right here. You might can't see it, but it's a little perimeter, and I just line it up. So now I pre-drill it. Once I pre-drill it and finish it, I'll be ready to mount this back on here, either way I want to go, just away from the disc. Once I get that assembly, this other part here I have here will go onto here, and I'll just put some nuts on it and tighten it down, and I think we'll be good to go. We'll be ready to do no-till plant. Well, I'm at the drill now, and what I just done, I just drilled one hole right here, and we're proceeding drilling all of them, but you have to have a drill press because this nail will get pretty tough. So it don't matter what kind of drill press you got, as long as you got a distance where it can be from here to this point here. You have to be able to get the disc in between there. And you just drill them all the way around. Once you get them all the way around, you bolt it back on the plate like I say, and then you proceed to the other part of it. Well, as I say, safety is very important. We're going to cut a hole right in here, this area here, where this piece here can fit right in here. Or right now it won't quite go in there, so we're just going to make it a little bit wider. Always wear your goggles. Well, I got the hole cut. Now I'll sand it off and proceed. We got it all ground it down and sand it off, and on both sides. We'll go ahead and proceed with it now. Now I got it into the hole. Got it all bolted. Got 2 bolts in it. Got 4 more bolts to hold, and drill the holes and bolt them up. This side here, you see. We'll be ready to put it back together in a minute. After I get these other hole drilled and other bolts in, we'll mount it back and figure out how to put it onto the plow.